What? Watching anime weekly? Are you insane? In an era with a near infinite amount of content and binge-friendly streaming services like Crunchyroll or Netflix readily available, it feels kind of rare to take the time to watch a weekly show. I personally find that every time I come across a show that is genuinely good, I usually just read ahead in the manga and never come back to the anime. But recently, for the first time in a very long time, I came across a show that changed this. This is the greatest weekly viewing experience I have had in years. This is Kaguya-sama, Love is War. Shirogane Miyuki is the president of the student council, and Kaguya is his vice president. These two are absurdly prideful and hopelessly in love with each other. But instead of asking each other out like normal people, they play the most over-the-top psychological mind games to try and trick the other person into confessing. And speaking of psychological mind games, if you're enjoying this so far, hit that sub button. You can always change your mind later. Now back to the video. The most common one-line pitch I see for this series is Death Note, but a romance. And while that is pretty accurate, especially for the first couple episodes, oh boy, it is so much more. First of all, what sticks out to me the most about this series is the pacing. This anime adapts 3 to 4 chapters every single episode. The chapters are relatively self-contained, so they'll have like a little conflict that gets resolved in some way, usually in a pretty surprising or funny way, and then they move on to the next segment. They are interconnected, so everything, like, there is most definitely continuity and a lot of callbacks to previous segments, but the way each episode is paced is incredible. It makes it one of the most rewatchable shows I have ever seen in my life. And the voice actors. The voice actors are all top-notch for this show. Every single character is so alive. Each of them seem like they fill a very certain type of trope, but every single one of them ends up breaking away from these tropes and really comes into their own. Like, Miyuki is amazing. His relationship with Kaguya is, well, the crux of the show. And it is so much fun to just watch them bounce off of each other and trick each other and slowly fall deeper and deeper in love. I think Kaguya might initially come off as a tsundere type character, but she kind of breaks away from that and just becomes Kaguya pretty quickly. And then we got Chika. If you've been involved with the anime community in any shape or form over the past couple years, you've probably seen the Chika dance, and, well, she's a very cutesy, absolute agent of chaos. Arguably one of the most manipulative characters in the entire show. She is amazing, and she is so much fun and so goofy. And then we got Ishigami, the nerd, the accountant, the hacker, the otaku. The straight-to-the-point, no-holds-barred, absolute savage that is Ishigami. I'm pretty sure that one of the top comments on an episode of Kaguya is literally, "Ishigami, my goat." He is amazing, he is incredible, he is absolute best boy. And then we have the absolute actress that is Best Girl Hayasaka. She does everything and is so good at everything, and I feel like I want to talk about her more, but I don't want to spoil much of her character. And 2 extra shoutouts to the narrator, who absolutely carries the show at times. He is amazing with his commentary on the stupid psychology of Kaguya and Miyuki. And then there's Miyuki's dad, who gets his own theme song, has a very intense voice, and is literally the voice of Dio. Every single scene he's in is amazing. The director and the writers take full advantage of just oozing the Dio out of his dad. It's awesome. And not to mention the music, too. I obviously can't play much of the opening or endings, but they are all amazing and all bangers. And just the OST throughout the episodes, like, off the top of my head, Chika has her own OST, Miyuki's dad has his own OST. The background music of just the whole show is phenomenal. In the middle of the 3rd season, I caved. I went ahead and read the manga and caught up to it. But I still watched the anime. I still watched it weekly because the anime proceeded to surpass all of my expectations and go far beyond what is necessary at all for an adaptation. Even though I knew exactly what was going to happen, it was still so well done. The direction is incredible and continues to consistently go far above and beyond anything that is necessary. And the number of references they put in each episode to different pieces of media is absolutely insane. Like, they don't have to put this much effort into this. And the animation goes crazy too. Like, for the most mundane activities, they will do the most over-the-top, bigger-than-life animations. And at this point, I know I'm just heaping praise after praise for this show, but I have rewatched this anime way too many times to say less. And all that's left to say is, well, if you watch this series through the Season 3 finale, you will bear witness to not only one of the greatest romantic comedies of all time, you will also get to see an absolute masterpiece of an adaptation. I hope that all my favorite manga get this treatment for an adaptation. Well, if you haven't already been watching it, I hope you guys check it out. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like. Thanks for watching. See you later.